Hey, we haven't talked in a while, and it's been months since I uploaded the last video. I was supposed to upload a video after that about my AP results, like my reaction and everything, but I just didn't feel like it was a productive content at the end of the day. And it wasn't even about my results, like I was perfectly happy. It's just it didn't feel meaningful. I felt like after the exams, like even though the whole year I was stressing out so bad, they just like lost their meaning. So I just didn't want to post that. And now I'm in Italy. I'm in my dorm room, and my roommates are not here, so I'm just like speaking to the camera. A lot of stuff happened in the past 2 to 3 months. And we just had our first midterm grades, so I mean it's been a while, and I didn't want to speak or like talk about my experience here or how I'm feeling until I was like stable enough to do that, because it's been really tough adjusting here, and academics like IB is difficult, and finding our social circle and stuff. Like it was a busy time, and it was a very tough time mentally. So I just didn't want to like film anything, talk about it or stuff like that. But now like I'm fine. Now that I'm fine, I can do it, So this is 27th of October. It's a Wednesday, and it is 8:17 p.m. in Italy. I'm sitting in my dorm room, and I have the intentions of studying at the moment after closing the camera. But okay, so I just want to talk about like how it's been. Let's start with academics, right? Because they're important. So I am doing the IB diploma program, and I'm taking 6 classes: English A, Literature HL, Physics HL, Maths AA HL, and then World Arts and Cultures SL, Global Politics SL, and Italian B SL. These are my subjects, and I'm taking very difficult HLs. And it's been really difficult to like just adjust to the whole IB thing, because it's very different from what I've seen before. It's very different from AP, very different, completely different, and it's obviously very different from the Turkish high school system. And it was tough to like adjust to the teaching system, teaching methods the teachers had for the IB. And also I realized that I have a really bad I had a bad education in physics and maths previously. Like the education I got for those classes was not good enough. So because I'm taking HL in both subjects, I'm really struggling. And I've been talking to a lot of people from second years, and a lot of people told me that it's normal to struggle in the beginning of the year. And then I was like, okay, then like this is fine. But time passed, and a month in, I was still struggling a lot, and people were starting to get good grades, and I failed not 1 but 2 tests for the first time in my life. And after getting the test back and seeing the result, I cried in the day room of my residence at 2 a.m., which was like a very bad moment. But I think I'm feeling a lot better about everything right now, because I realized how should I study, what should I do, and stuff like that. And I think for physics, I figured it out. I know what to do in physics to get good grades and like understand the topics in general. Maths is still a bit challenging. It's the only class that I got a minus for in my midterm grades. We're not getting like numbered grades in the first midterms. We're not even having midterms. It's just like grades. It's just a plus, slash, and minus, and I just have one minus from the achievement part of maths, which is still really good because all of my other classes are really, really good, but I didn't want to have that minus, so I'm just gonna like study a bit harder. Yeah, that's pretty much it about academics. And about social life, I'm in a residence that is pretty isolated from the others, and this wasn't my choice because like the school just puts you into residences randomly, and when you're a second year you are able to choose, but obviously because I'm a first year I couldn't. And I'm in a very like isolated residence. It's far away to basically everything. It's far away to school, it's far away to social life. And when you're constantly here, you miss everything. So during the first month, because I was also trying to get used to my residence, I was missing everything basically. And I felt super alone, and I didn't have friends, not necessarily, but I wasn't really happy with the social life that I had. And then I talked to my second year. He gave me pretty good advice, I would say. And I mean, now I have a friend group. It's not because of him, obviously, but he really did give me reassurance about some stuff. And I'm glad I talked to him. So now I have friends. It wasn't, I mean, this sounds so pathetic, but now I have a friend group that I really like and get along with. And I'm really lucky because I have a roommate that I'm like super good friends with. So that makes me really, really lucky. And that is that. Now, about what else? Social life, academics, and about like school life in general. It's a bit challenging because, I mean, UWC life is very, very busy, and it's just difficult overall. I just feel like I don't have enough time to do anything. I don't have enough time to study. I don't have enough time to rest. I don't have enough time to socialize sometimes because everything is just so packed. Like every day is so packed, even though we're doing the minimum hours of IB that we can do. Like it's the minimum. Like you can't do less than that, even though we're doing that with the CAS activities and the other school stuff. Like political council, for example, is a council that I am a part of. Like I'm going there as a member, and because of stuff like that, you're just like full all the time. There's always something coming up. There's always something that you need to be prepared for, or you need to prepare for other people. Or I mean, I guess it depends if you want to be a part of those things, but I mean, it's nice to be a part of those things, in my opinion. So I mean, it's a very busy life, and I would say after the pandemic it was a very rough transition. I think that's what made it really difficult to adjust. Like it was a very, very, very tough transition, and I don't think even the school is aware of that. I don't want to like blame anyone, but I feel like they're not really aware that this generation didn't have time to basically grow up in a very critical year of adolescence. So yeah, that's just like that's an information. But I mean, I'm getting used to it. Like I'm adjusting. I feel like it's getting back. The only thing that I'm still not quite like there about is the love for learning. Online school was horrible. I hated school for the first time in my life. I hated it, absolutely hated it. I hated everything about it. And now that I'm in an environment that I can like physically learn, and not even just in a very like average school with like interesting teachers and like interesting people around me that actually pays attention in class and interested in the topics that are taught. Even though I'm like in a place like that, I don't particularly enjoy learning as much as I used to, which makes me really sad because it was a big part of my identity, enjoying learning. And now I'm just trying to like get it back, I would say. That's my goal. And that's pretty much it. We haven't been able to really travel in Italy because not everyone was vaccinated in the college, and I mean, we're still in a pandemic, and we have a lot of freedom actually. We're living in an Italian village called Duino, and basically we're able to be maskless in residences, and we're able to have school gatherings and stuff. So it's like we don't even have to wear masks in the streets and stuff. So it's very, it feels like a post-pandemic life, even though it is not exactly. The pandemic is still ongoing. And because of that reason, we weren't allowed to travel within Italy. And with this weekend, starting from this weekend, we will be able to do that. This weekend is a long weekend. That's what it is called. It's basically like a short holiday. It's like 4 days, and you're able to go to day trips, basically. So we're gonna go to Venice, we're gonna go to Trieste, which is the closest city, and we're planning other stuff too. Like, we're just trying to like get the itinerary going right now. We bought train tickets for Venice today, which was super exciting. And that's basically what's happening right now. And after that, I think we'll be able to go to Trieste mainly during the weekends. I think we'll be able to go because the vaccination program was very successful. Like, students got vaccinated who weren't vaccinated previously. So now we're allowed to do that, which is super exciting because, I mean, we're in a different country and we want to see it. So, I mean, I want to see it. So that's really nice that it's coming up because it kind of gives you a reassurance that something new and exciting is gonna happen. So we have like 2 days to go basically before that, and I think after the long weekend everything will be a bit better because the first quarter is done, and yeah, basically. So yes, that's basically what I've been doing in the past 2 months. I just want to kind of like make an update if you really into it. And I'll see you soon. I'm gonna film another video hopefully tonight, so take care. Bye.